Wanaputa, been away for 7 months. Hello, guys. How's it going?
Hello there.
Hello.
How have you guys been?
Wanga?
Chiskaputa, Gutinanola,
Chubatanaya.
Cavalianco. Yes, Nubian. We have lots of that.
Yes, there's a lot of that on this channel.
Nubian.
Uh,
The thing is, me and Todd, when we used to go to primary school, we would always cite Watto, especially the Cavalianco, Gutinanoia, and
these two
stuff like that.
stupid voices.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling Todd earlier before you got in about just how quotable the prequels are, and that just shows how great films those actually are.
Indeed.
Yeah. They're like so memeable, and
I know. You made a good movie when every single sentence can be a meme.
basically. But let's be fair, Revenge of the Sith probably has the most of those.
Indeed.
Like
Oh,
every
yeah.
single line.
Yeah.
It's been quite a while since the last time we did one of these, honestly.
Dude,
shit.
last time was like Bad Batch, I think.
Yeah, that was back
Yeah.
in August.
Yeah. Honestly, I had a horrible August. Basically, 2 days after that last stream we did, my grandpa died and my car broke down and I couldn't go to another country for the funeral. It was horrible.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, that was so fucked up, dude. I remember that.
Yeah, when I lost internet at my grandma's for almost a month in August.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, look who's here.
Oh,
well, hello there, Jedi Knight. How's
What's
it
up?
going?
welcome.
What's up?
We're just
Not
talking
much.
about random stuff. Just
Yeah,
relax.
we literally just started. Didn't even we're just warming up, I guess.
I mean, it feels kind of refreshing, honestly.
I know, man. I know. It's been such a long time, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
we needed to have a circle.
Oh, yes, your pot circle, right?
Close. Did anyone bring incense?
Did you bring the dark saber?
I'm not showing it off.
No,
too
I
bad.
know you're not. But
You already-
still, it's such a cool looking saber, nonetheless, man.
I
Mm.
said,
love it.
if you want it, I will send it to you.
It's probably not possible.
You know
At
what,
least
bro?
not in-
We'll talk about that later. Just
Maybe.
gonna go through the comments over here. I see somebody's watching the season 2 of The Witcher. Dude, I've watched season 1, and I still haven't watched season 2, so I don't really know how it is. But season 1 was kind of, I don't know, too complicated. I don't know.
Honestly, they didn't stay true to the source material.
Indeed, dude, they've got so much, source material. They can look
Possibly.
into the games or the books or whatever, but nah, they're just gonna go full Netflix on it.
Possibly.
Full
Possibly.
Twitter on it.
Possibly. Pretty much, yeah. So, what do you guys think about the Book of Boba?
Haven't seen it.
Wait for 7 months.
It's off to a promising start, I'd say.
You know what I don't understand? I really don't understand why they simply didn't do this immediately instead of The Mandalorian. I don't get it. Why?
You see, it's all in the marketing. If you want something good to come up, you got to market it well by doing something very original first, and then making it look badass and just like him. Then you bring in a legacy character to do all the shit work for him.
When you mention that, what comes to mind is it seems like what they did with Boba Fett's armor. I know it was first mentioned in the Chuck Wendick novels, which honestly I really didn't like.
I heard that they
Yeah.
retconned those.
Who even liked them?
True. But the thing is, with that, it seems like the Mandalorian Din Djarin was their number one priority, since they used Boba. They used Boba as a stepping stool for Din Djarin in getting the armor in the episodes. To be fair, it's been 5 years since Return of the Jedi in The Mandalorian, which is 9 ABY. And what was Boba Fett doing for 5 years? If you know what I mean. Doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, but then again, the season has only just started, so maybe they explain it.
I know, but the thing is,
along the way.
for 5 years, I mean, it seems like he was on Tatooine. He didn't bother to get the armor, yet he only gets it when Din Djarin gets it first. It seems like a cheap trick to,
You'd
elevate.
think he would go
the
after it instead of just twiddling his thumbs for 5 years. Oh, here, get it for me.
Yeah, it seems like
Honestly-
yeah.
Honestly, I mean, at least Cobb Vanth was pretty good.
Yeah, I enjoyed his story, honestly. Even though he is Chuck Wendick's creation, which, it's ironic, honestly. He seems like a really good character.
Maybe we could write some fan fiction about it. Who knows?
Thing is, if I could pick one character from canon, which isn't in the EU at all, to be in the EU, I think I would pick Cobb Vanth. Seems very promising to me in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Indeed.
someone would say Hauser, Captain Hauser, or Captain Vaughn or something. But to me, season 7 of the Clone Wars and Bad Batch kind of fits in with, the EU, in my little headcanon at least. But so, yeah, I think I would pick Cobb Vanth, definitely.
Mm-hmm. He's a pretty interesting character. Seems really cool.
Speaking
for
of
the
which,
short time it was introduced.
but by the way, Iron, there was something I wanted to tell you.
Yes?
I think Star Wars is going full Food Wars in a freaking one-off comic they're doing.
What's happening?
Oh, how so?
I really don't want to say it because when I saw the cover, I fucking cringed. Like, I was like, why? Why are you doing this? I think you already know where this is going.
You know what I've noticed in regards to the High Republic, for example?
Mm-hmm.
There's this comic book. It starts with the Jedi training to become
Yes.
a Jedi, like a Jedi trials or something like that.
Yeah.
And what happens
Mhm.
is she gets called by some being to go and help that being's city, which is attacked by some other race. She does so. She basically runs away from the Jedi trial to go and help that alien thingy out. And in the end, it turns out that the Jedi orchestrated the attack on that city by using the Force with those beings that attacked it, in order so that she could get away from a trial to go and help them.
And I think I know why they're doing this. They
But
want
to
to
be
fit.
fair, that is like really not the Jedi way. That's more like something a Sith would do. Idiotic, to say the least.
I was just getting to that. Basically, they're trying to make the canon Jedi look evil as hell. Like, they want them because they've already established amongst the populace that the Jedi are supposed to be evil and horrible in the prequels. So they're trying to make it look like that, even though that is absolutely not the goddamn case. They fucked up at times. Sure, we're not denying that, but
Yeah, but this is basically
They would
pure
never
evil
kill.
in the comic there. It doesn't make sense to me.
yeah.
But if you want a good Jedi story, you might as well play Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Oh yeah,
As
that's
I was doing these
Indeed.
past couple days.
I think there's
Yeah.
a new expansion and cinematic coming out, isn't there?
The thing is, it was already supposed to come out like 20 days ago.
Was it
The
I don't
cinematic,
know.
as
I
far
don't
as I've heard.
What's with
Dude,
the
I
delay?
don't have the subscription, so I'm locked at level 65, so I can't really progress any forward. At least level wise.
Well, you got some
So-
serious grinding to do.
Yeah, I know.
I need to get
I gotta
back into
no,
playing
dude. I gotta sub
KOTOR.
first, then I can play it.
Honestly, Mark Gritsky did a really good job on that soundtrack.
She
Oh yeah,
did
it's
indeed.
amazing.
Dude, what do you like? Do you like the new one or the old one better?
What do you mean, new or old one?
The soundtrack in the Star Wars: The Old Republic, the main menu theme. Have you heard the new one?
No, the only one I've heard was Clash of Destiny, and that was pretty much the most iconic one.
Indeed, it is.
I mean, that always holds a special place because
Mhm.
it's the Old Republic's equivalent to. What do you think? Actually, what does it compare to?
I guess it's just a mix of everything, including Ben-Hur.
Yeah, that last part from the Old Republic theme is really like from Ben-Hur
Yeah.
from the 50s.
Yeah, there's a guy on YouTube who actually edited that out and just, prolonged the song with only the good parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that last part is somehow cringe. I don't know why.
It's just not fitting, dude. Not with the song. Like,
But otherwise, the soundtrack for the Old Republic is bloody amazing.
I don't
know.
think they really do like core choirs anymore like they did for the prequel movies. Like I don't.
Choirs are badass.
Yeah, like when was the last time we actually saw something like as good as Duel of the Fates? Like,
I don't know.
Maybe
would
one of the
say-
soundtracks that used the choirs in Revenge of the Sith, maybe.
oh yes, that would be great.
You know, the last time I've been satisfied by something Star Wars was probably the Siege of Mandalore. Those 4 episodes were like very wholesome, if you ask me.
If despite the fucked up implications of what happens.
What do you mean?
Order 66, my friend.
Oh yeah, I know that. I mean, story-wise, like it was a very wholesome ending. You know, felt satisfying in a way, despite it being
Indeed.
not a happy ending.
Yeah.
But one thing me and Todd have been talking about these past few days is how since Disney bought Star Wars, how so many things have been very, how would you say it, Todd? Scarce. Like
Yeah.
the satisfaction rate of what you watch has been very scarce.
The thing
Like,
is, like they're always feeding you on the smallest spoon, man, which kind of sucks, you know.
Like every time they give you something, they give fans something that we wanted, basically. They give us so little that you crave more of it, but you'll never get it.
Oh.
I think the only time I've been fully satisfied was only with the 4 episodes of The Siege of Mandalore, while everything else was not very wholesome. At least it felt that way to me. Like, let's say, for example, the Vader hallway scene. They always give you just a bit. It's amazing, to be fair, but they just give you a bit of it. You know,
Yeah, it's not enough.
Like
It's never
dangling
enough,
the
man.
keys in front of your face and going, woo, woo. It's always just out of reach.
and the thing is, now with Boba Fett, with the scene when he's escaping the Sarlacc pit, just imagine someone watching this in 1983. It's been almost 30 years. It's 38. No,
Yes,
it's
it's
almost been
the-
40 years. 38
Yeah,
years.
38 years, yeah.
And they only give you a minute and a half of it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. By the way, I think a Dark Jedi from Legends is actually supposed to probably going to be appearing in this series, but what was her name? Do you know, Iron?
Let's see.
She had a cybernetic arm, red
Oh,
hair.
she was the one, the Arden
Arden
Lynn.
Lynn.
She was from the Masters of Paris Kaze game on the PlayStation 1.
I've never heard of her.
Yeah, it was a terrible fighting game, like really bad.
Unfortunately, but at least you got Mara Jade.
I totally forgot about that. And I remember that there was a Tuscan named Horror in that game. Like, why did they choose that name?
I don't know. Maybe they just wanted to make something dirty. Like the filth that Tuscan Raiders are.
Oh, you know what comes to mind immediately? I remember when the first episode of season 2 of The Mandalorian came out, the Tatooine one with the Krayt Dragon.
Oh god, that thing.
And to be fair, I enjoyed that episode more than all the rest of them together. I don't know why. Probably because it's Tatooine. I have a soft spot for that. But the thing is, I remember an article coming out when it comes to the Sand People, and it's another one of those bullshit articles.
It's one
like,
of those articles.
one
you
of
know.
one of those with the message.
One
as they
message.
say. Yeah, let's just call it. It's one with the message, and it was talking about how George Lucas did the Tuscan Raiders wrong. You know.
Yeah, they fixed the Tuscan Raiders in the Mandalorian.
Yeah, they fixed the Tuscan Raiders in the Mandalorian because no more are they sand people who are basically, how do they say it? Was it oppressed? Is that or some bullshit like that?
Of course they did.
Here's what you need to ask these people. Define wrong.
Oh, they can't because they don't have a moral
Code.
Yeah, here's a
Yeah,
better
they don't
question.
know right
Why
and
are you
wrong.
They have no
themselves.
morals. That's the thing. They can't define right or wrong because they seem to think that that their opinions. Oh no, I kind of mixed it up. It's easy in Serbian because I usually talk in Serbian, but
It's okay.
yeah, like if everyone's opinion is subjective, then how can anyone say that someone is wrong? If you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Like someone who likes killing, that's right for him, if you know what I mean. If everything is subjective, if morals are subjective, then you can't say that something is wrong because you don't really have an authority to say it, basically. And that's how they play the game, basically.
Yeah, it's all a manipulation tactic.
Yeah. I mean, me and Todd, we personally believe that that morals are objective when it comes to God, because he has how would I say it? Above us or whatever.
Like
if
a
you know
plan or a purpose.
No, I mean, what are morals? Where they come from, and like none of us is the arbiter of morals or anything. Like we don't get asked shit because we're not really worthy to be asked shit. But when it comes to that stuff, it's kind of different, because if it's subjective, then no one is wrong and no one is right. But if they're objective, which we believe they are, and they come from above, it's a completely different story when it comes to what is good and evil. If you know. So I take it that they kind of just don't give a shit about that. If it feels good, it's good. That's the way it works with them, probably.
Yeah, I was about to say I would bring up like, oh, but it makes me happy. So that a whole argument.
And then you end up with a bunch of blue beluga whales wandering around on the streets of every major city in the world.
But yeah, Disney did the Tuscan Raiders right because they're not treated unfairly anymore. They have feelings and stuff like that. Blah blah blah.
But what did they feel when Anakin slaughtered them?
It's
Men,
lightsaber.
You mean
and
the women
all
and the
of them.
children
What do they
too?
all feel?
Yes, not just the men, but the women and the children too.
When I watched Attack of the Clones for the first time, like years back, I actually stuff like that. I wanted to see more of it.
But then you got it 2 years later.
And the thing is, yeah, when he's going into the Jedi Temple, to me, it always felt that they kind of skipped what happened in the Jedi Temple. You just get barely a few scenes, and that's about it.
Actually, George was supposed to show the attack in the temple, but
Yeah.
he didn't want to push for an R ratings, which I completely understand. Like, if you don't, because there's some things where you probably shouldn't go too far in.
Well, good thing the Revenge of the Sith video game gave us a little bit of that stuff.
Yeah, mostly
Yeah,
Anakin
yeah.
killing Sindralig.
Yeah, and Sarah Kato, if I remember correctly.
I wish we saw what he did to Jirok. Actually, I think that was described in the novel, wasn't it?
And plus, you got a bit of that action in Battlefront 2 campaign as well.
Oh,
with the
yeah.
501st.
Yeah, can't miss Tamara Morrison there.
Indeed.
The voice
Yeah.
work, it's bloody amazing. The
Well,
way
I think I remember about the rise of the empires, how quiet it was.
Let them bear witness to the cost of rebellion.
Oh, yes.
It's so satisfying hearing his voice. It's like you
I
just
know.
had a nice what do you want to say?
It just feels good, man.
His
It's
voice.
wholesome.
Indeed.
Anybody with a New Zealander accent can make something very well good. Anything with any character with a New Zealand accent is automatically good.
The thing is, we need more New Zealand templates.
Yes. Let's just start cloning New Zealanders and replacing every single country in the population with them.
When we were making those Battlefront memes with the Polynesian spa, it was we had a blast, me and Todd, when we were doing those memes. Like it's basically just like experimenting until it worked.
Yeah, putting that stuff together is just fun.
Yeah, it was so fun to make. Like the New Zealand templates or my hometown Camino or stuff like that. It's like
My hometown of Camino, the New Zealand. We started cloning others from a variety of New Zealand templates. We're idiots, but we're the good kind of idiots.
Indeed.
the thing is, you can't have fun without offending someone.
Or being stupid.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Speaking
Oh yeah,
of,
because I have my second YouTube channel where I make videos about the Habsburgs and random sounds they make. And someone was like, "Oh, I'm so offended, man."
actually, Luke, speaking of which, you know how you said you've been getting into South Park recently?
Yeah.
Guess what episode I was watching last night?
Make Love Not Warcraft.
No, Porn Stupid.
What? Which one?
Porn Stupid. It was the one where Cartman wanted to get into NASCAR, but he couldn't because he wasn't poor or stupid enough.
Oh yeah. I remember that one.
Yeah,
That was
and then
hilarious.
he and Butters just started doing those stupid Southern accents where they're like, "Hey, what's up with that President Obama? And he's trying to raise tax prices. That pisses me off. Isn't that right, Butters? Yeah, that's fucking gay, Eric."
You know what else was really great in the series? It's they took our jobs.
They took your jabs.
They took our jobs.
I love I love seasons 1 through 17. Those were the best.
Yeah.
Was that
Honestly,
a dog or a wolf?
Yeah, that was a dog.
I don't really like this COVID crap because I've had enough of that shit. In real life.
I'm so sick of it.
You know,
We're all
the
sick of
the episodes were very I don't know. I just didn't enjoy them because
I mean,
too much of that shit.
yeah. I mean, it was funny seeing future Butters talking about NFTs.
True in a way, but
Honestly,
generally,
Why would
Yeah.
anybody invest in those? Those are like they're completely worthless, and you'll basically lose all your money for those.
Hmm.
why would anyone pay for mobile games, for example?
I don't
It's
know.
probably the same reason.
I don't know because they're probably paying it with cryptocurrency. Speaking of which cryptocurrency are we on now? Because I think we're past Bitcoin. Which one are we on now?
Dogecoin.
Oh God,
No, I think that's passed as well.
shit.
What's the new big one now?
I don't know. Mando, do you know which one we're on now?
I have no idea.
It's okay.
That's the thing. People are always making up like these new things because they want to be progressive and innovative, but there is such a thing as progressing too fast and not being able to slow down and enjoy the good stuff that we have.
You mean try something new?
It doesn't hurt to try something new. Just enjoy what you have first.
hmm Oh, by the way, it looks like my grandma's watching the stream.
Oh,
Hooray.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, but just wanted to give a shout out to her.
Hooray.
Sorry in the comments.
oh.
And there was much
Nice.
rejoicing.
Yep. Well, anyway, what was the main topic again?
So, 20 minutes into the stream, let's go ahead and start talking about the actual BOBA.
The thing is, actually, before we
They're
start,
on the way.
would you guys actually want to see a sneak peek of the animated thing me and Todd have been making
Oh.
in regards
sure.
to the EU version of Boba escaping?
Oh yeah, that's gonna be awesome, dude. All right, can you go ahead and share your screen?
Oh yeah, one other
Yep.
thing. Have you guys
Yep.
ever heard of George Carlin by chance?
Yeah, I have the comedian.
Yeah, I have a little tiny book of some of his skits.
Really?
If you want me to go get it, I could actually read one of them.
Sure, why not?
I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm just gonna get to the. Just gonna find the. Keep in mind, guys, it's really unfinished. Like it's very raw for now.
Yeah, what is it? Missing sounds or stuff?
I didn't yet put all the sound effects in place because it's about 6 minutes long, and you guys wouldn't believe how much of a pain in the ass the sound department is. Like making the actual scenes and everything is quite easy, but the sounds are a pain in the ass when it comes to making.
Yeah, because the
Yeah,
thing is,
machine.
like, if you're looking at the entire scene, like, you got to put in ambient sounds, you got to put in like footsteps, all the like whatever he does, you gotta match it up with new sound design.
Yeah, otherwise it feels quite empty. you
It
know?
does indeed, and then of course there's the music as well,
Yeah,
which
And-
gives it a whole nother level.
And basically, the biggest problem at the end is to simply all equal it out so that the music is not too loud or the voice is not too, low or something like that. So it's quite a pain in the ass. Hopefully, it'll be finished in about 2 weeks. But how much do you suggest, Todd, we show them?
I mean, bits and pieces, I guess.
Okay, might as well do the start, but it's probably going to be it's going to be changed quite a bit, probably.
Yeah, because you got the fight scenes in there as well in the end and everything. So we gotta see, and
Okay,
you gotta make the echoes as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You'll see later when it gets released.
Okay, just give me a sec.
But the thing is, like, we're doing a pretty much expanded universe version of how Boba Fett got out of the Starlight Pit.
I mean,
And
it's
was
the only
abandoned
way.
by the Sands of Tatooine.
It is the only way.
The thing is, it's quite similar. It also has Jawas in it, although in this one, I decided to add some sand people, like a fight scene with them, instead of him just being. I don't know how many of you guys are aware of the story from the EU when Boba escapes. It's basically in the Marvel's Star Wars 1977 comic book series, issue 81. What happens is he has some brain damage, basically, from the fall into the Sarlacc. When he gets out of it, and the Jawas take him, they think that he's a droid. So it's similar to this, but it's kind of different, Honestly, I think it's way more badass. But just give me a sec. Just gonna have to get it working.
Get it working.
Wait, should I use the share video file?
I don't know. Maybe just your screen.
The thing is, I'm not sure if it's gonna have the sound for you guys, but we'll see.
Oh, do you want to play it with sound, or do you want to play it without it?
I'll just do the share screen thing.
I think if you play it with like share the specific program, then you get the sound in it as well. If it's like Discord, I'm not really sure how this works.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Website.
Let's see.
Yeah, but you gotta crank up the audio in VLC.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, go ahead and put it on.
Yeah,
All right.
It's quite unfinished, especially with the stuff. Maybe let's just show half of it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's unfinished, so.
Victims of the almighty Sarlacc, the agency consented will die. Time to turn up the heat.
This still needs a lot of work, especially this part. This is probably the most unfinished part of it, just so you guys know. Not a lot of sounds and too much flying because it's supposed to be an ignition.
I'm gonna fill your lungs with fire. Have some of this.
And there we go with the damaged jetpack. Like, we know Han Solo fucked it up in episode 6, but he gets barely enough juice to fly out, and then his jetpack fails, just like in the expanded universe.
It's kind of changed, here.
Yeah,
it's not
but
exactly
it's
the same.
closer than the Book of Boba, so.
All right. Coordinates confirmed. On the lookout. I'll be there soon. They're on to me. Target and range.
That's some Matrix shit right there.
Targeting. Locked on target. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, then we have missing sounds here. Not done yet. So, yeah, might as well leave it at this, huh?
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Pretty much.
Leave it to me to finish it off in the next few weeks. If everything
Which
goes as
game is
planned.
this footage from? This is Movie Duels. It's a mod for
Jedi Academy.
Jedi Academy.
Good mod.
Yep.
Indeed, it is, man. When's the update coming?
The update. They actually released a trailer today.
Yeah, I saw that. It's just was the
And,
actual release date.
Yeah, they released the trailer, and because of it, I've decided to actually do the intro for it. Like, instead of using the movie footage, I'm actually going to recreate the scene when he falls into the Sarlacc at the start of the thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's going to be a bit more longer, and they have new animation for it, so it's going to
Dude,
be very useful.
might as well push it to 8 minutes.
Yeah, might as well push it.
It's despite it's unfinished, it still looks good.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, man. It's
Yeah.
a lot of work.
I'll just let you know where it finishes. Like, due to I used a lot of Battlefront sound files from BOBA FETT, to tell the story basically, and the same applies with Han Solo and Leia at the very end. The thing is, when he gets captured by the Jawas, knocked out or whatever, what is changed here specifically is after he fights off the Sand People and he's wounded and everything, and he came out of the Sarlacc and gets wounded by the Sand People or whatever, the Jawas get to him by shooting him up with one of those things that blasts the rifle.
You mean
What's
the
it called? The
CB-97 ion launcher?
yeah, gets knocked out, has some memory loss, because in the EU comic he had memory loss immediately after he got out of the Sarlacc. We just tried to we wanted to have a fight scene and make him be even more badass. So we kind of changed it from the EU, that instead of him just having memory loss and being captured by the Jawas, that he, kicked some Sand People ass.
Indeed.
So that's kind of the difference, and it ends basically when Han Solo finds him, just like in the comic book.
Mm-hmm.
And then he suddenly remembers when he hears his name, tries to kill him or whatever.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah, do you guys want to get into? I'm just going to turn the episode on, and we can, comment and everything.
Finally, the Book of Polynesian Spa.
The Polynesian Spa. Oh, there are no words. Come on, New Zealand. Try something new.
In my hometown of Rotorua.
Come on, New Zealand.
Mr. called Jaja Binks. Mr. Humble Servant.
Disney may have ruled with Spa, but we rule with this hidden gem.
Oh, thanks a lot, White Phoenix. Much appreciated for that.
Indeed.
Anyway, I'm just gonna turn it on.
So, what do you guys think about the flashbacks in the series? Do you think it's going to be like the entire season filled with flashbacks, or do you think they did it just for the first episode in the Book of Boba?
I think we're gonna see more because they're kind of building up to the present and probably how exactly he became, the big crime boss on Tatooine.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me go ahead and add your voice. Well, not voice.
Yep.
VLC to the stream. There we go.
Yep.
There we go. I was never really a big fan of the new intro they're using.
Oh yeah. Honestly, I think it sucks. It seems like very wannabe Marvel, if you ask me, especially with the music in it.
That's what Star Wars is nowadays, just the MCU, but bland.
That's probably a very good comparison, because I remember when Star Wars was an event, and now it's literally trying to be Marvel. You know what's the biggest problem, if you ask me? It doesn't feel special anymore. Or it's basically just oh, it's more Star Wars. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they originally wanted to do that whole like MCU type thing. You know, we had like Rogue One, Solo, but then after Solo didn't do too well, they're like, oh, we're gonna not do that
Yeah.
anymore.
They were like, well, let's go ahead and scratch that.
Hmm. Like I remember Obi-Wan was potentially going to be like a movie.
I don't
Really?
believe it is.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
a few years ago they said, "Oh, we're gonna do like an Obi-Wan spin-off movie and a Boba Fett movie," but
Yeah, then they scratched that.
The thing is, I remember that some director was cast for the Obi-Wan movie for the Boba Fett movie. The guy who did Fantastic Four, you know. And I don't know what happened specifically, but they had a lot of trouble with him and stuff like that. So they kind of scrapped the whole thing, as well as the Obi-Wan movie. Sadly, I think if they did the movies, they would have been better, probably. But we'll see what happens with the Book of Boba and Obi-Wan. But yeah, do you guys have any high hopes for it?
Possibly.
I know a lot of people are excited for the Obi-Wan movie, but I just the Obi-Wan series. But to me, it's just like I stopped feeling generally anything to Star Wars. Nothing excites me anymore. They
if
killed
they
that.
do have Obi-Wan and Vader actually physically fight, I'm not really going to consider it, part of my head canon.
The thing is, I have a feeling like I'm not going to consider it as well, like immediately. But it depends, honestly.
Yo, Luke, go ahead and make this full screen.
Full screen, okay.
Yeah. So it doesn't have the borders. There we go. Better.
Okay,
That's a little
let's.
bit.
Yeah, I really dislike that intro. The music seems very superhero-ish, if you ask me.
Mhm.
Miss the days when we had opening crawls for a lot of
there's
things
the,
for Star Wars, like the games.
The back to spa.
This is
Yes.
literally his spa.
Yeah, the
One thing he said in the series is like every time he gets in the back to pod, he gets flashbacks.
there are no words.
There are no words.
The perfect image does not exist. Here it is.
Or better so, this one. Do you guys think this is meme worthy?
Yes.
Of the Polynesian spot.
Yes.
Well, I could see the back that fixed him up pretty good, as opposed
Yeah.
to the Mandalorian series, where he's all
What
fucked
about
up.
prequel scenes?
Yeah.
I drooled when I
scenes
saw
make up.
Camino in that scene. I was like,
And I think like in one of the scenes, you actually get to see the slave one on the platform.
Yeah, sadly, I just can't get to it. It skips too much forward
Yeah.
and backwards.
It's okay though.
I'm trying, but oh, there it is.
Yeah, there we go. That's the platform where they were fighting. Dude, is that Django on the platform? Like before Obi-Wan comes over, or what is it?
Yeah.
This here,
Yeah.
yeah, that is it.
I don't think so. I don't. But the thing is, it doesn't look like that platform at all, if you ask me. Because if I remember correctly, like behind the platform, you don't see any other platforms. Although when you look where the entrance is, you would have seen it in the shot in the Attack of the Clones.
Maybe he's just parked on a different platform.
Yeah, this is probably just another time or something.
It's either that or they just picked up the scene from one of the scratch scenes of the archives from episode 2.
Most likely, huh?
Most likely. I don't think they went through the trouble of recreating that.
I mean, like this.
And that as well.
Yeah, it's probably archived footage, I guess.
Yeah, because it didn't look like exactly like the original shot there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
There was another. I remember there was another shot in comparison I saw somewhere, and it showed like that one. There was like something that one of the creatures in the arena was pulling in the background, kind of smoldering and destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
But right here,
Which one
it's-
specifically?
let's see. There's like a creature pulling some sort of cart or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
Dude,
that was one
I'm-
that pulled Anakin and Padme.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it weird that they don't show any bodies of dead Jedi here?
The thing is, I don't even remember that they showed it in Attack of the Clones.
I
Like
mean-
very
There was an unfinished deleted scene with Kiadi and Plo and a few other Jedi raiding a They were raiding a Lucre Hulk.
really.
Really?
Yeah, it's unfinished, so it's a little bit weird watching it, but just imagine it finished and you should be
Well, that was
fine.
pretty cool.
Still cool nonetheless.
I'll send it to you guys later.
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and open up episode 2. I'm gonna just go ahead and see for myself if they showed Dead Jedi right now. I just want to see.
Over here, I don't see any of them.
Yeah,
Maybe further in the background, but
it's just weird because all I saw
Oh, there we go.
when
This is the scene. Hold on.
you only really
Okay.
see droids and most of the shots in the
Nope.
finished product.
Nope, there's nothing in the movie. There's there's one in the background, but that's about it.
Yeah, like that's just one detail that I thought caught my eye when I was younger, when I first watched this.
Uh-huh.
what about this? I've seen a lot of debate between people like whether this is better or the EU version.
Thing is, the only thing you can see in the movie is the dead Reek, and that's it. And he's on the left when Boba's taking the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, art by AK's here as well.
Hooray.
Oh,
We'll go ahead and add him to the stream. Well, hello there, good sir.
Hello there.
Well, hello there to everyone.
hey,
My
bro.
first and,
What's up?
well, I just woke up, so
Nice.
good morning.
I'm glad to have you here.
Get out of your Bectapod, huh?
I'm not too bad. So, what's up?
No, we're just talking about some book of Boba Fett, or as Tamara says, it Boba.
Boba.
Bubba, bubba.
Yeah, he's always Boba.
The thing is, it's much better for him to be Boba than Boba.
I agree.
Boba sucks. Boba is the way.
Yeah.
I mean, somehow the New Zealand accent is just every
It's
actor.
beautiful.
Yeah, just like every actor that comes from over there, they're so buffed, and they're
Yeah.
like perfect for like a super villainous superheroes or something like that.
Especially Tamara.
Definitely.
I really wish. Imagine Boba Fett having a spa scene. That would be amazing.
Well, technically
Oh,
he did.
yes.
That's a fact, I think.
Technically, we're looking at it.
This
It's
is a
making
different.
me with
This
it.
is a different kind of spa, but a spa nonetheless.
What do you guys think about this scene? Like the way he got out here.
The thing is, I was kind of expecting the weak way that fell in. You
Yeah,
know,
that would have been
instead
cool.
of the storm. Well, actually, I don't.
No, the
really know if it's
stormtrooper was
a-
a kind of a surprise.
I know. Well, actually, was it a stormtrooper or a sand trooper? What was it?
Probably the
It's
same
a
trooper.
stormtrooper.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it was a stone.
I didn't really pay attention, so I didn't really see the pauldron, like if he has it. But I'm pretty sure it's a sand trooper with a black pauldron.
We'll see right now.
Mm-hmm.
Thing
I
is,
mean, go on.
yeah, go on.
You know,
Rory.
the only disappointing thing about this scene was, well, actually, there's two. He didn't fly out, and it was too short, dude. I wanted to see more.
The thing is, people have been waiting for 38 years for this. Some of them who were alive back then, and only giving a minute and a half of a scene for him coming out is very. It's too short, honestly.
It's anticlimactic.
They could have done a bit more with it, like more struggling or whatever. But yeah, the thing is with the jetpack, probably a lot of people would say that it's damaged, so he can't fly out. But you know that awesome art pictures that have been around for decades now, I think,
I know.
with him flying out, like as far as I know, he ignites it somehow, like a short burst, while at the same time turning on the flamethrower into the mouth of the Sarlacc. You know those awesome images.
I know.
They just
There's
have
plenty
to
of them
put this
actually,
spot.
and like every single image when he's flying out of the Sarlacc is him, well, flying out, not really crawling out. I don't think there's like one image of him crawling out. So that's kind
And
of disappointing. But other
also,
than
there's
that,
the fan film. There's a fan film that someone made about 5-6 years ago when he's inside the Sarlacc pit. He actually crawls out that way somehow through the mouth. Although he makes an explosion with a thermal detonator inside, but that's just fan made,
Mhm.
But honestly, since this is very high quality, to be fair to them, but it's too short. That guy over there, just type in Boba Fett coming out of the Sarlacc pit fan film, you'll find it. Basically, someone made a 10-minute, fan film of him going out. It's very interesting. I think they should have, done it in that way a bit more,
If I may add something, I would
Yeah, of
actually
course.
say that Robot Chicken did it the best.
Oh yeah.
Felon, more like it.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah. When he's
Down
when he's
goes
talking with the
Solo.
weak way.
And then they play cards. Sarlacc gets bored. They escape, and then pull frickin' Tom Cruise in Jabba's palace.
Yeah, you know what's actually accurate about it? The Sarlacc pit talking. Like, that EU story where Boba Fett has a telepathic connection with it? Like the Sarlacc,
Yeah.
when it ate some old Republic people or whatever, like thousands of years before, their minds molded with the Sarlacc. It's kind of interesting,
Wow.
Did you guys not know that?
No, I did.
I actually didn't. 'cause,
Yeah, that is actually a
I
really
knew that
interesting
too.
story. But what
And
I really want
kind
to
of
know
the
is
question
how...
I have as well, didn't Boba Fett also kind of get like some illness from being in the Sarlacc pit for too long too, or am I misleading on that?
I actually heard something like it. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but
I heard
think you're
that
onto something.
from someone I used to be friends with.
Is it Dark Snovia?
Ding 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 ding.
I guess so.
Haha.
Yep, that's right.
The thing
I
is,
think it was in one of his book reviews in the past. He
oh,
mentioned it.
Mhm.
you know what would be cool, guys, if we got Dark Snovia on.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be interesting.
Well, actually, there's 6 people on already, so I don't think you can.
Yeah, I know that, but the thing is, if we got him on, I think it would be a very interesting stream
Oh,
Oh, yeah?
boy.
because we're what do they call us again? The fascist cantina.
Oh, dude, I told Todd this a few weeks ago, but he's still crying about us, like all of us. He was crying about me, my friend Kyle, you guys, and he all called us neo-fascists.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
The Mandalorian Neo Crusaders, huh?
How fascist? How original?
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, me and Todd made a prophecy about 2 years ago, maybe 3 now, when the first time they started making like every single video about us, like 2 or 3 years ago, him and B Level. What was interesting about it is we made a prophecy that eventually, when those two, let's call them SJWs for as a simple term, you know what that means usually.
Yes.
People understand it the best when we call them that way, even though it's not completely true. But the thing is, we made a prophecy that one day when they start disagreeing on a single thing, they're gonna start going to war at each other. Guess what?
Yep.
It literally
exactly
came
what
true,
happened.
and it's so funny.
Guess what? They've been making videos on each other for like a while. Well, they stopped now, but I remember watching it and laughing. But
I don't think Dark Synovia realizes the Scoundrels Cantina is 2 people. I think he thinks it's 1 person. Because he talked about it as if it was the Scoundrels Cantina was 1 person in that post.
yeah,
he did.
I remember him defending the LBGB community.
Oh, yeah, I remember that when he was on the
don't-
bus stop.
He
You don't
actually
need
said
a community.
LBGB.
You don't need a community to belong somewhere.
True. Like we don't belong anywhere, honestly.
We only belong in the cantinas because we're a bunch of drunk scoundrels.
Indeed. So,
How many of you guys have got a drink next to you right now?
I'm pretty sure all of you guys have drink.
I
The
Uh,
slaughter
I-
count.
Actually, I still think we should do that thing we were talking about, like we should we should all get together, do a KOTOR 2 stream, and whenever whenever a character says the words Exile, Malachor 5, or Echo, we gotta take a shot, with the word Echo being the hardest liquor, Malachor 5 being mild, and then Exile be oh no, actually Malachor 5 being the lowest one, Exile being the middle one,
Add
and
Revan
Echo
there.
being the strongest.
And also when they say Revan
No,
and
I would
Malik.
say Revan for the strongest.
Are you sure? Because they say Echo more
Definitely.
times than Revan, I think.
Do they now?
I, don't
I
think
haven't
so.
noticed that.
They say
Maybe
Revan
the
and Malik so much in the first game. Revan and Malik, Revan and Malik, Revan and Malik. So great.
Still, should we do it?
Sure, why not?
I mean, the break is coming, so why not?
Yeah.
Did you guys? Have you
So
guys
this
been
actually, so,
Yeah?
I'm sorry. This
Yeah, go
looks
on, sorry.
like a stormtrooper actually, not a sand trooper. He doesn't have the pauldron. At least I can't see it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I never saw any pauldron on it either.
It was very.
I mean, the touch with the tube was actually amazing.
Yeah, that was actually like, where the hell did he pull it out?
Hmm
Pull it out, motherfucker!
I mean, we know thanks to Rebels and Filoni and the rest of them, and like back in season 2, when one of the stormtroopers was launched in space, Filoni said they actually can survive. Was it Filoni or the other guy? I can't remember correctly. They launched a stormtrooper in space, and they said he can like survive thanks to his armor, like around a few minutes in outer space.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, how long has the stormtrooper been here? Yet there's still oxygen in it, in the
Mhm.
helmet.
Yeah.
That's kind of the question, you know.
It could have been days, could have been weeks, months.
Let's call it plot armor.
Well, the thing is, if he was dead, he wouldn't be breathing the air anyway. So.
Yeah. You know, that would actually be a very interesting concept for a death trooper, like from the EU. You know, the undead troopers.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
Really looks interesting with the green on the armor
Green goo.
and all
Green
the
on the
pens and
armor.
everything. It seems like it's being eaten by acid, which is cool.
Uh-huh.
Oh, by the way, I think we can actually get that back in the new Battlefront 2, thanks to the new servers.
Wait, what?
There's some guy, he's working on the new servers. They're actually out. I played the other day. It's actually amazing. You can use
Really?
mods, everything. Yeah, like you can make custom maps, custom characters, and it's RPA servers, so you can't get banned.
Mhm.
It's finally a new lifetime for the game. I think someone is already making Star Wars Zombies, like original Battlefront 2, like in 2005.
That's very cool. I know that you can play the undead troopers in the movie Duels mod while adding some custom, even more maps to it, which you can activate through the console, which is also interesting. They can even have blasters, which is fine, I guess. But yeah. So, is that it on the scene? Should we go on? Too short? Am I right?
I know.
Time
I
to
know.
burn it.
Dude, I wouldn't mind if the entire first episode was based on the, him getting out of the Sarlacc.
The thing is, I mean, I enjoyed the first episode, but it's still, canon in the, it's still canon, and after the Return of the Jedi, canon is usually I don't care about it. So
we know where
basically,
it
I've seen
leads.
everything I wanted to see, technically. I've seen a live-action version of Boba getting out of the Sarlacc. That's good enough for me from the series.
One question. What do you think? How long was he in there?
In there, maybe a
Mhm.
few days. Who knows?
Possibly.
Because what's it called? The flying ship that Jabba was on, like a
Yeah, the
pirate
sail
ship.
barge. It's
Yeah,
not
thank
smoking.
you. It's finally burned down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's a few days probably. But what I don't understand is, how did he survive so long without air?
He was a clone, specially made, so
Maybe, but he was actually like a 100% genetic
yeah, it
replica
was
from
just
Jango
I know
Fett.
that, but they can always change something, like they did back in the Clone Wars. they first said Django and Boba were not Mandalorian, then they changed their minds and they're going back and forth all the time.
Yeah. One thing I did appreciate in the Mandalorian series is that they mentioned the Mandalorian Civil War from the comics. That was really nice.
Well, that was in season 2, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen
That
season
line
2
alone
yet,
was-
so I don't know that.
I mean, Mandalorian is actually at least as half as good as the first episode of Book of Boba. I will go and watch it. So, is it good or not?
Well, season 2 is better, but season 1 is something I'm literally never gonna turn on again. How bored I was. Season 2, I guess it's kind of okay. The thing is, there are no stakes at all. Like, it's very
So it's like Power
predictable.
Rangers.
Huh?
Is it something like Power Rangers, like Villain of the Week?
No, but it's predictable Star Wars. It's like very simple. Nothing special in regards to storytelling. Technically, I'd say that this episode of the Book of Boba Fett was better than the entire Mandalorian series, due to obvious reasons. You have a maskless Mandalorian you don't give a shit about, who barely says anything, not interesting at all when it comes to dialogue. Then you have Boba Fett.
What do you think about Boba removing his helmet in the series?
The thing is, he shouldn't
Got
be
paid
doing
for
that
it,
much.
so
I don't know. Any of you? Too much?
I don't know,
mean,
man. Like,
it's actually go on, Todd.
I gotta watch a few more episodes to just make a conclusion on that.
True.
It's too bad he
So-
lost the money from his helmet.
Definitely. For me, it actually kind of bridges the gap between episode 2 and the episode 4. Actually, he showed up in episode 5, Empire, then episode 6. It kind of bridges the gap between the Attack of the Clones and the rest of it. Before we
Wait,
had just a voiceover, because the original actor said the lines and everything. Then the special edition, Lucasfilm, actually George went and redid the voices. But now we actually see the same guy who actually played Django, plays Boba as well.
Yeah.
It kind of came a full circle.
It did, especially for him. And the thing is, I'm very glad to have him back.
Definitely.
It's one of the best parts, probably.
Maybe we can get Captain Rex as well. He just needs to grow a beard and that's it.
Okay, we're just going to move on. And maybe, should I just turn this off and we can talk,
Freely?
relaxingly? Or just screw it?
I know. I mean, you could just skip through it as we talk. Might as well,
Mhm.
right?
But don't skip the
Yeah.
part with Javas.
Yeah, here it is. I found it hilarious that he got knocked out by a Jawa. Very anticlimactic.
Like those little brown sun. Like imagine just coming around and stealing the guy's armor.
Yeah. I honestly prefer the version where they actually thought that he was a droid in the EU comic and took him fully.
Yeah, and here he is now in his tidy whities.
The thing is, he actually looks here like he ran from prison or something.
Like a mummy.
Yeah, I remember his flight suit being a bit darker gray.
Yeah.
It was actually in the Empire like a lightish blue, like a dark gray.
It is. It
And
is.
then
It is.
in the
Yeah.
Return of this Jedi, it's like more way light gray and more white.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway, I have a question for the chat and also you guys as well. What do you think? Which is the better outcome? For Boba Fett to be a crime boss suddenly, completely throws away the bounty hunter persona, or for him to become Mandalore 25 years later after the original trilogy?
Well, the thing
Which is
is, a
better
lot can happen in 25 years, right?
True.
So you might as well try the crime lord profession first, and then go from there. I guess.
Yeah, there's no reason both things can't happen.
Indeed.
I would actually like for him, for the show, to go the route for him to become the Mandalore, because then we would probably get the gap between like the last time ever spoke ever. God damn it, I can't speak. The last time anyone actually spoke about the title of Mandalore was like in Old Republic, like in real time, in real life, like ages ago, back in KOTOR. So it's actually
Alright.
amazing to see that title back and everything.
Isn't actually wait. Isn't technically in canon now Din Djarin's supposed to be Mandalore?
Yeah, but they didn't speak about it so for like decades. When did we have like KOTOR games?
Yeah, that's true. They didn't
20
talk
years
about
ago.
the title of Mandalore in the Clone Wars,
They
even
just
though technically
pre-Vizsla like
Pre-Vizsla was.
Death Watch.
Technically, Pre-Vizsla was Mandalore when you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you also had Bo-Katan Kryze in Rebels technically became Mandalore, I guess. Although, yeah, they never mention it, which is weird.
It's just an iconic title, so why not use it?
Okay, let's skip this through a bit. Any specific part you guys want me to, skip through?
Him getting rewarded.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Getting gifts.
This part.
Yeah, it was kind of funny.
Yeah. It was a funny scene, honestly. But yeah.
What do you think about the new design for his armor? Do you think the boots are fitting?
It's all right.
I hate the belt and the skirt.
Design's all right.
Yeah,
They
I think the
obviously
belt.
want to make more toys.
I think the belt could be better, but the boots are pretty good actually. I kind of like it.
What about
it
the
looks
darker?
cool, but it's just way harder to make than the old one.
Do you guys think that he's a bit fat? I mean, he was in the Mandalorian. He kind of felt fat there.
Well, I don't think he's really fat. He's more cultivating mass.
Yeah, probably in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And then Fennec is just his bitch. Like, he's basically becoming a pimp, and then Fennec is his bitch.
It's
I
an
wouldn't mind
interesting
her.
way of looking at it.
That's how the pimp business works.
Pimp named Slick.
Okay,
Yo, I just realized that there actually Attack of the Clones came out in 2002, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been 2 decades since that movie came out.
That's
Oh, yeah.
nuts.
Shit.
Crazy.
Okay, another thing. Why is this Mos Espa?
It looks more like the planet from the Rogue One.
Maybe they've been doing some renovations.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
the thing is, like, why didn't they just decide this to be Anchorhead, maybe, or maybe Mos Illa from Star Wars: The Old Republic that you visit with the Sith Empire, for example? Like, why did it have to be Mos Espa, especially since Mos Espa doesn't look like this at all?
It never had any canyons around it.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you can clearly see there's an upper part of the city to it as well, but then again,
Yeah, but still, this could have been Mos Illa. If I was to choose something, I'd pick that because it really fits the description, especially if you played Star Wars: The Old Republic, the MMORPG. When you go with the Sith Empire to Tatooine, you basically have this kind of terrain around it.
Yeah, that looks familiar.
I mean, it kind of actually it's a nice reference to first Battlefront game, like back in 2004 or 2003. I can't remember correctly.
2004.
Yeah, thank you. Was it Mos Espa? God damn it! Now you confused me with the 2 cities. Anyways, it's actually kind of nice reference to that.
Thing. What about what do you guys think about these thick Gamorrean guards that were, for the first time ever, actually useful?
Well, they're not fighting Jedi's anymore, so
Yeah, so they're not getting choked out.
That's some interesting makeup. Do you guys actually think someone who actually has a stomach that big played a part or something?
I don't think he can move that fast like that. I mean,
No, it's probably just a suit.
Yeah. Fat asses. Okay, let's move on. Oh yeah, this is interesting.
Was that Max Rebo?
Well, I'm thinking it.
He's
That
still
means he
alive.
survived the. Yeah, it seems like he survived.
How?
I have no idea. Oh yeah, because Robot Chicken.
Oh yeah. Robot chicken
I remember-
physics.
Huh?
Robot chicken physics apply to actual canon.
Yep, and EU. The thing, I actually prefer that. I remember when he gets out of like the wreckage, he looks at the Sarlacc and he's like, "What the fuck is that thing, man?" That's basically what he says.
maybe he's the sixth
We
step.
gotta get tonight, man. Basically, yeah. But I always found it funny the way he said that. What the fuck is that thing, man? But yeah. Oh, guys, another thing. Do you guys remember that dilemma a few years back with the what's Max Rebo's species name? Ortolan,
Ortolan.
right? You remember that in one comic they made him have no arms, if you know what I mean. Technically, these are technically that his arms are his legs, if you know what I mean. Like he only had 2 limbs. That's what they did in some shitty comic. Then in the
Did they basically retcon that?
they retconned that at the same time through that, what's it called, that animated series which was all about women.
Forces of Destiny.
Yes,
Stupidest
that.
ever.
Basically over there they just put an Ortolan with legs and arms. So yeah,
They really don't know how some of these species work, do they?
the thing is they don't give a shit, I think.
They just want to cut corners.
Yep. So what do you think? Which Ortolan variant is this? Like, are they still keeping to that new canon crap where they only have legs, or is it the other way around, as it was in KOTOR and everything?
Other way around.
Yeah, I think they just forgot about that. But yeah,
They've
It's
just been
sad we didn't get the Cantina music.
honestly the comic industry. They've been hiring very shit artists for a while.
yeah. No wonder the comic looks like crap. Like, when was the last time you saw an actual new comic that wasn't garbage from Marvel or Star Wars?
Dark Horse.
Actually, it was that EU one, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Dark Horse actually did their art right.
Yeah, I mean, but we can't blame the artists as well. I mean, yeah, there is some blame for that, but there are deadlines. And imagine you have to do a comic around 70 pages in like 15 days.
Oh yeah.
Like, of course, you'll just try to focus to finish it as fast as you can, because deadlines are deadlines.
Yeah. But the thing is, the comic artists are not really to blame. It's usually the story department that needs a kick in the ass, if you ask me. In general, I guess. Also, if you guys look at it here, the Gamorreans have abs.
How does that work?
It's like the fat ab. I don't know.
They stopped drinking.
Who knows? Hey guys, I guess we could just screw this episode. Like, yeah, this is much better. We should actually just talk, freely.
Actually, one thing I was actually kind of disappointed when Boba was in the desert in the flashback, that Gamorrean, I think, was the species, found like the lizard tail. I was thinking, is that what I think it is? Like the what's it called? The dragon? No. Help me
The
from
worm.
KOTOR. It was in KOTOR 1, like you actually go to fight it. Crate dragon.
Oh, the
Dragon,
crate.
yeah.
Oh, that's what you meant. Uh-huh.
I was thinking like Did they really bring it back? And then they pulled that out of nowhere. Why?
Yeah, I thought it
don't
would
know.
be a great dragon at first, like it was just hiding in the sand, but
Hmm?
Same here, but then I thought that it might be one of those dune worms. Like actual Tatooine dune worms. In EU lore, you have them, so I was thinking maybe it might be that, but I don't know what the hell that thing was.
Never heard of him.
Take one down, pass it around.
Oh, by the way, guys, I have the book with me. If you want me to read a couple of passages,
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
do it.
Okay.
Why not?
this is one of the passages from George Carlin's Brain Droppings. Here are some people who should be phased out. Guys who always harmonize the last few notes of Happy Birthday. The guy who winks when they're kidding. Men who propose marriage on the giant TV screen at the sports stadiums. Guys who, in their 50s, will flash a peace sign and really mean it. Guys who will crease their jeans. People who will know a lot of prayers by heart. A celebrity who adopts a third world baby and calls it rainforest. Guys who wear suits all day and think an earring makes them look cool at night. Men who have long uninterrupted eyebrows. Guys who wink excuse me. Guys who wink and give peace signs simultaneously. Fat guys who won't stop laughing. People who give their house or car a name. And then people who give their genitals a name.
Oh my.
Guys who can juggle but only a little bit. Men who wear loafers without socks, especially if they have creases in their jeans. Guys who still smell like their soap in the afternoon. Guys who wear their watches on the inside of their wrists. And guys who flash me a thumbs up sign, especially if they're winking and making peace signs with the other hand. But here are a few things that I actually like. A guy who doesn't know what he's doing and won't admit it. A permanently disfigured gun collector. A whole lot of people tap dancing at once. When a big hole opens up in the ground. The third week in February. A guy who says cockroach. And a woman with no feet because she's not always nagging you to take her dancing.
Usually,
I'm confused.
That's
yeah, same here.
He's just listing off a bunch of things he hates and
You
then
know,
a bunch
some-
of things
some
that he
guys
actually
who,
likes.
Uh-huh.
I know what the women call it.
What?
That thing.
Yeah.
Yo, by the way, you
as-
kind of sounded like Joker right there.
Oh,
The Knight.
Yeah.
Like Heath
What?
Ledger. No, really, like when he's talking, he refreshes his lips. Remember Heath Ledger when he played Joker?
yeah.
When
but
Knight was talking right now, I was thinking like, God damn it, the fuck is going on right now?
Oh. Okay, so where were we at? I was kind of lost now.
More weird shit.
So,
So, what do you think about the fight scene in the what's it called? The Book of Boba.
I thought ninjas were only in Naruto.
And I'm kind of digging the shields. Something new.
They tried
Try
something
something
new.
new.
Try something new.
They tried.
Actually, yeah, go on. Sorry.
No, I was just saying they tried something new, and look what happened. We're talking about it.
Yeah, but the thing is, they already had that in both Old Republic, Battlefront, Clone Wars, You know those shields on the Citadel station with the droid, with the
Yeah, I
commando
know.
droids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But the
yellow
thing
one.
is, people are gonna be like, "But this is live action."
What about CGI? Like, goddamn, CGI has come so far.
Fuck their
know.
live action excuses.
Yeah, I
Oh,
really
by
hate
the
them.
way, where did those two guys go off to? They were behind them like a second, and the next second when they're surrounded, those two Gamorrean guards are nowhere to be found.
I have no idea, honestly. Really, I didn't notice that.
They were probably thinking like, "Should we jump in?"
Let's just sit in the
Didn't-
background and do whatever the fuck we want. No one's
Did
gonna
you
care.
guys notice how OP they were?
Yeah,
Hmm?
I'm pretty sure
Like,
that's like the first time the Gamorrean guards were OP.
Yeah, like he literally cut the guy's throat with that. He didn't even have an axe. That was like some cleaver. Literally, it looked
Yep.
like a cleaver.
I
But it
mean,
was
it's
so
the same
fitting,
thing
man.
with the Stormtroopers in episode 4 in the beginning, like when they stormed the 24. Those Stormtroopers don't miss. But later on, they're shown like complete idiots.
Yeah, true.
Plot armor. That's it.
Well, we've seen how much plot armor that guy in the Sarlacc had.
He was dissolving in it.
Yeah. What do you guys? What can we even expect from the Book of Boba series generally? What do you guys think is going to happen? Like any theories or something? I've got nothing, honestly.
I don't think there's really gonna be anything happening. I think it's just gonna be Boba and Fennec going around, killing a bunch of people, back to the spa, killing people, back to the spa, back to the spa, killing people, more back to the spa, killing people, back to the spa, and that just goes on and back and forth for about whatever many or so episodes until the series just sort of ends.
I think it will actually go on till Kenobi series starts. I think we'll get at least a season, maybe 2 or 3, because Boba is a big character for franchise as a whole.
Yeah,
So I
probably.
think we just toss him around like, yeah, he's here, and then, yeah, we won't do anything more about it. So
Hmm.
I
No,
think they will do way more flashbacks to Clone Wars.
Mhm.
I actually hope for that.
Yeah,
It's
indeed.
probably going to
Oh.
build. We're probably going to get flashbacks like in every episode.
Mhm.
But I sort of think that this is probably going to play out this in a similar way as the Bad Batch. You get that first episode, it blows up, turns out to be a great episode, and then it slowly starts on going to become filler content or something like that. I
Oh,
don't know.
and please don't make it video game fetch quest, please.
Yo, by the way, what's going on with Bad Batch?
I have
Any
no
news?
idea. Honestly, it was a very anticlimactic end to the season. Like
I actually
disappointing.
forgot what happened in the ending.
They destroyed Camino and they just escaped, and that's about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about like when we're gonna get a trailer for season 2?
Probably March, February, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
I can see
Oh,
that happening.
What
I'm
about
kinda
the new
hoping
game?
Oh,
I
I
heard
forgot
some
about
rumors
that.
about KOTOR remake. Actually, that rumors actually seen the like a trailer, actually a teaser trailer with Revan.
Honestly, looks good. I mean, the CGI in that trailer Revan looks good, of course. But I think I don't give a shit about what they're going to do, because I've noticed that some things that I hate from Hollywood in general is I dislike sequels to finish stories because it always tends to shit. Matrix is a very good example right now. Star Wars is always a great example on how sequels ruin everything that came before it. Terminator, the list goes on.
I mean, Terminator actually had a quite nice sequel.
Wait, this newest
Terminator
one.
2.
Oh, Terminator 2, yes, but usually I mean when Hollywood takes some beloved movies from like at least 10 years ago or 20 years ago, tries to cash in on it by bringing it back, making a sequel and screwing it up completely, basically. What happens most of the time. And some of the things that they also do a lot is reboots in remakes. So basically I hate sequels, reboots, and remakes. So that's why I'm not interested in this KOTOR crap.
The thing is, what I have a feeling is they're probably going to change some parts of the story, and that's
I don't dig that. You know, I just
Probably
love
a
the
lot of it.
KOTOR. Yeah, I just love the KOTOR story the way it is. So I don't want them messing around with that.
Don't worry, Revan is a transgender black woman or something.
I remember years ago, Pablo Hidalgo on his Twitter trolled the fans by calling Revan a she.
I mean, in the original game, there was an option to choose between male and female, but
Yeah,
most even then later on in KOTOR, no, Star Wars: The Knights of the Old Republic, it was shown the Revan was actually a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the official canon storyline from the beginning was that he was a male.
Mhm.
And
Like
then
even way back then.
the exile was a female.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a good counterbalance.
And the thing is, you actually have Revan's player model, kind of, in the game itself. If you know what
That's
you're
true,
picking.
yeah.
Yeah, and then with Mitras, I think they had to make a mod for it,
Mm-hmm.
didn't they?
There is a mod that changes the hair color slightly.
Is she supposed to be blonde or a brunette?
In the Revan novel, I think it said she was a brunette,
Yeah.
But Bashir
She
over
will-
there was a blonde, right?
and I have no idea, but I know she wielded a cyan blade, which was pretty unique to her.
Wait, that's the official, well, the canon version of her lightsaber blade, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
her blade color was cyan.
That's
Why
really
do-
cool.
That's pretty cool. That's
Who
actually
else
my
hated-
favorite lightsaber color.
What do you guys think about the High Republic game trailer thingy, whatever?
Eclipse.
Wait, what now?
Yeah, Eclipse. You know, that CGI trailer thing.
I didn't see anything. I didn't keep up with anything lately. I had tons of exams, so I was focused on that.
Honestly, I don't think you'll miss anything there. It's very weird. And
it was
since
cool seeing like the Lucre Hulk ships.
It was cool. I liked what they were trying to do, but like, would it kill you to release some story details about what's going on or what? And then the whole controversy happened, and honestly, fuck
Wait,
those
which
idiots. Okay, so context. We all know the Eclipse trailer came out, but guess what studio that is so anti-gay and stuff is making it?
Which one?
Quantic Dream.
And what about him? I don't get it.
Apparently, the CEO was and his employees were allegedly causing some sexual harassment issues and spreading hate speech and stuff, calling him racist, sexist, homophobic, all that shit. And they took it to a court of law, and they were found innocent. But yet, these blue-headed weirdos are trying to basically say blackout Star Wars Eclipse. Like, they're literally starting a movement for that. Which I'm thinking, dude, you're not going to get anywhere with this. Just shut the hell up. It was in the past. They were proven innocent. Just get the fuck off the internet. Get off social media. Get
Get
on
a
with
job,
your
get a life.
goddamn life.
Thing is, you kind of make it seem like it was going to be good, because usually when the Twitter retards attack something or someone, they're usually innocent, or it's usually a good product, when they're against it. But the thing is, like, immediately when I saw it, it's the High Republic era. I don't like the High Republic era at all from what they've done.
But think of it this way: like, there could be a difference between the books that we have and then the video games.
Yeah, but since they were called sexist, homophobic, whatever, I guess they're doing something right when it comes to Twitter mobs attacking them for no reason. If they were
Wait,
proven
dog, you get a
innocent,
dog?
I guess they didn't do shit.
Actually, one thing I think we should do, do you guys want to bash the High Republic books for a little bit? I kind of want to do that. In fact,
yeah.
Iron, you read Light of the Jedi, right? 'Cause
Yes,
that's pretty-
I actually got that as a birthday gift from someone, and
you'll be surprised. It's actually one of the few good pieces of media in their publishing initiative, because it was written by an author who doesn't have fucking pronouns in his bio and is not spouting off a bunch of crap out of his mouth.
Can I ask one question, just?
Yeah.
yes,
Who's got a dog?
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
God damn.
But yeah,
Yeah,
She's just being jealous of me focusing on the stream and not on her. So
we can multitask.
Oh, my grandma's cat sometimes does that too. Like she wants attention. She keeps going meow meow. Pay attention to me, not the computer. And so you know what she does? She hops up on the desk and gets her fur in my drink.
Really?
Ew, gross.
I have 3 of them now. 3 cats and a Doge. But yeah, I used to have
Dog.
5. Used to have 5, and this year took away 2 of them, and yeah, I'm bloody miserable because of it.
And what's even
Anyways.
better
I got a
is
computer mouse.
don't we all? Huh?
Haha.
what's even worse is she's a long-haired cat, so
God.
the hair will get everywhere.
Wait, what's her name?
Oh, the cat?
Yeah.
Her name is Princess.
Because for a second I thought you said Mrs. Norris, like the cat from Harry Potter or Filch. You know.
But I like to call her Miss Pooftail. Because she's got this big, bushy tail. Like one of the biggest, bushiest cat tails I've ever seen.
How old?
Oh, the cat?
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. She's at least a decade old because she was just a cat that just got lost in the wilderness and, came to my grandparents' farm property. And she was just an absolute mess. Her fur was so knotted and dirty and had like all kinds of twigs and debris. And my grandpa like shaved her fur short and cleaned her up. And then she became the house cat.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Can we get back to the bashing of woke Republican shit, all that?
Yeah, of course. I want to buy a lobster.
Yes.
Okay, there was one thing in Light of the Jedi. I was kind of wondering if they were trying to say this, but it was kind of subtle. Wow, subtlety in modern entertainment. That doesn't exist. So there was a scene
Yeah.
where, they wanted to evacuate this planet, and, the guards wouldn't let the people into this estate because, they're like this rich family. I'm like, are they trying to say rich people bad or whatever?
Really?
I felt like they were kind of saying that, but kind of not. It could be interpreted that way.
I think they're just trying to leave some things up for the viewers to decide. Like just
It's rich coming from Hollywood.
yeah, but it's Charles Soule. He's not putting pronouns in his bio, and he's not spouting off a bunch of crap on Twitter.
Oh, isn't that a miracle, huh?
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Like he's not spouting crap out of his mouth, which I think is really good. But
What do you guys think about J.K. Rowling not being allowed for the 20th anniversary of Harry Potter?
they can't do that. That's her creation.
They just did it.
Well, too bad, because they're gonna have to deal with her.
No, seriously, she literally wasn't invited or something like that. And the thing is, she was actually pandering to them and dared say that that male and female exist.
I think she may have changed her mind. You never know.
Well, basically, as far as I can tell, it seems like they hate her now because she said that males and females exist, even though she supported all the trans stuff. And that was like the final straw from her, you know.
I think some people are starting to see the underlying issues of like what this movement is leading to, and people are waking up now.
There are literally like only a few rules. Don't pander to them ever, because it's never enough. The second one is never apologize, because you will be eaten alive.
They don't want an apology. They want to ruin your life because they have none. They're jealous that others have lives because that is something they can never achieve because they don't want to work or grow with it.
You know what's a really good meme for that?
What?
How do you kill one which has no life?
Exactly.
You know,
You know, from Make Love Not Warcraft, like
wow.
Would you sit in your computer and do something about it?
Oh yeah, Iron, you didn't read The Rising Storm yet, did you?
I
Well, play the
someone
game.
gave that to me as a Christmas gift, so I guess I'll
Can
read
I-
that after.
Can I just say one thing that's in the book, please? It's
Yeah.
There is literally a scene where they mention the fact that you know the Jedi Elzar man, right?
What species was Elzar?
He's a human.
So what about Elzar?
There is literally they bring up a scene where he literally had full penetration on a woman. I think.
Everybody serious.
Oh my.
Well, I say full penetration, but it wasn't exactly like that. Let's just say it was more of like they hinted at the fact that he slept with her.
Huh.
Hmm.
That's really not Star Wars-ish, I guess.
No, that I think Rising Storm was because I don't have time to read novels, so I basically just cliff note everything. I basically cliff noted this. I'm like, dude, this book fucking sucks. Like, it wasn't even a Star Wars novel; it was a freaking snuff film. That's the best I can compare it to.
Wow.
That really sucks, honestly.
So you guys were talking about pandering. To me, pandering is selling out.
When isn't it?
It is in a way, unless you actually agree with that stuff. But honestly, how can anyone agree with the Twitter mob?
Yes.
Who's normal? Like,
It's
how's that
exactly
normal?
why being like left wing is not punk. It's not punk at all. Like,
Or at least the kind that we have nowadays. Like
yeah.
back in the 60s, they were actually those people were actually doing something, but nowadays they're fighting for causes that don't even exist.
Honestly, don't really know much about it. We're not, we don't really have that stuff here as much as you guys.
Yeah.
So usually we only, in our country, we basically have idiots and non-idiots. So yeah,
Because
that's
like,
very simple.
if the rich and famous celebrities, Hollywood,
One question.
the
Wait.
government is
Can I ask
pushing
something?
is pushing something, like how can that be punk?
No, like that's why they say never listen to actors. Like, it's not your job to spout a bunch of crap to people. You're supposed to be giving us good and likable characters.
Yeah, probably just act and keep it that way, and that's about it, I guess.
Can I ask something? Over there, you have just like two sides, right? Republicans and the Democrats.
Unfortunately, yes.
Like two major
the
parties.
two-party system.
It's not like Britain, who has like a shitload of parties.
We
and
have the same
gets
thing.
confusing.
Like over here, parties grow up like over the night. There's so many.
Wow.
If they all suck, that's like the main part of it.
That's why we need movies like Team America: World Police to show us the horrendous bullshit that all these people do.
No, that's why we need communism.
No.
I think Dark Snowy would like you. If it were that way, then mine and Todd's YouTube channel would technically be our YouTube channel.
No, because they don't believe in private property. So we can basically just take their stuff and do whatever the fuck we want with it, and they can't do anything because that's just how it works.
Yeah.
No private property means it's free game.
It's not YouTube, it's our tube. and it's our girlfriend.
Our girlfriend.
Yeah. Technically. I love the communist memes. Hilarious, honestly.
I mean, they're the best.
Technically, yeah, they're the best when it comes to memes.
Yes, and then we get Russian Soviet videos that are just beautiful.
YouTube just recommended me like a few hours ago. Passengers flying to Berlin singing Katyusha. Like, goddamn.
Actually, your Russian clone trooper ones are pretty good.
Oh yeah. Although that's technically not. It's not communist. It's Russian. There's a difference. People usually don't know it.
You put a Soviet flag in there, I think.
No, not really. I don't think there was one. That's the thing.
There's, I think, a paratrooper flag on
no way.
There is a paratrooper flag.
No way. I'm confusing that for something else. Never mind. Fuck.
Do you guys know about the white Putin meme when he's walking down the hallway and he's wide. You didn't see it?
All in frame.
I don't think so.
Even the pigeon salutes him.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That was
He
good.
also rides a bear.
Nice.
That's his mount.
Let us mount up. Let
I
us-
actually saw him. I saw him do a reaction on the memes for him. Hilarious. It was so good to see him laugh at it.
That's what we need. Leaders who can actually laugh at themselves.
Yeah, that's the thing. He
Unlike-
was laughing his ass off with the bear meme when he's when someone edited him on it.
Unlike
Like-
our leader who can't react, who can't fucking laugh at LGB. Wink,
You
wink.
mean let's go, Brandon?
Yeah. Yeah.
actually
Apparently,
a
Mr.
very good
Brandon actually said that, and he seems to not know it's like
He doesn't know
negative
the code.
towards him.
He doesn't
Yeah.
know. He doesn't know the code.
Anyway,
Honestly.
before we start ending this slowly, I wanted to ask you guys: Did you watch No Way Home?
Yes, I
My
was like,
back! Oh, my back!
I was like seeing God. We saw God. Like there is a Lord. We
You
need
mean
to.
in the form of 3 Spider-Men, huh?
Yes, it wasn't like the Passion, which was very controversial. It was like this, where there was actually life and God to it.
I've yet to see it. I guess I'll have to wait for it to come on Disney Plus.
Just pirate it like everyone else does.
I can't remember the last time I actually watched a Marvel movie. I think it was the Endgame, the last one I watched.
Yeah.
Same here.
The most
And
recent,
then I watched this.
the most recent one they did, they pretty much fucked up.
The thing is,
I mean-
Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe has been like total crap, until the new Spider-Man.
Like really, Eternals, they really disrespected Jack Kirby in some places.
Yo, I'm sorry for cutting in. I actually seen something. I don't know. I didn't watch the movie, but all of you remember in I think it was the Incredibles, Invincible, something like
Yeah.
back in the day, animated movie.
hmm
The guy who plays Nick Fury played the guy. He played Mace Windu as well. God damn it, I forgot his name.
Samuel Jackson?
Samuel Jackson. Yeah. He actually. You remember the building when the giant robot is coming and the client and everything, and he's
Yeah,
asking
The
for the suit.
Incredibles.
Yeah, I actually seen. I don't know if it's real, but there's a picture that actually shows the same hand on the same building, and Nick Fury is watching at that. The architecture is like identical to that. Incredibles.
Really?
Yeah, I
Nice.
was like, wait, is this real or is someone messing with me?
I'm actually gonna have to check that out. That's cool. So, No Way Home.
Honestly,
I'm something of a scientist myself.
yeah, the part that was most gut wrenching to watch was, well, with Aunt May. Like,
Oh, that's already been spoiled to me. I kind of
What
heard
they
what
did
happened. to her.
though, I
Yeah.
mean, they killed her in comic books like
yeah,
50
I
times.
mean, the part where she died, like, that almost got me because I'm like, no, don't kill her, please.
Actually,
actually got
in
spoiled
comic
for it
books,
as
they
well.
killed her like a few years ago.
Really?
Spider-Man was stuck in. Actually, everyone thought Spider-Man was dead, being Peter Parker, because Doc Ock took over his body, and then became Spider-Man, fell in love with MJ. Then Peter Parker got back. Doc Ock became a good guy, still dated his aunt, and then she actually died, and Doc Ock became evil again.
Hmm.
The main continuity of Marvel. Like Marvel is just weird.
Honestly, I think it was also good to see Doctor Strange again.
Yeah, it was.
Wait, where's Doctor Doom anywhere? I heard rumors that he'll be back.
No.
Probably
Now
not
that's
till
a
they make
character I would actually
Fantastic.
want to watch.
There was Daredevil, you know?
Aha, actually, yeah. Are they making a movie or a new show? Or did they
Show.
recanonize the old shows at Punisher, Iron Fist.
Yeah. I think they were technically part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but now they're
They
definitely
were, but then they were cancelled. Like they were removed from the continuity.
Just like
And
Were
then I
they?
heard,
Inhumans.
then I heard lately like they're bringing back some of those shows back in, but because of the crossover, there was actually I think an entire show about the crossover, like 6 or 7 episodes, or 3. Then I'll get that wrong definitely.
Also,
Uh,
AK, I don't think
yeah,
they're probably going to introduce Doctor Doom until they do Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
I
they
yeah,
announced the
that's
Fantastic Four movie already.
You know,
Mm.
you know what
good.
sucks is they were supposed to do Inhumans as a movie, but then they did it as a series, and that completely fucked it up.
When did they do that?
It was like maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah,
How
and
did I
it's
miss
turned out to
that?
be crap as well.
I mean, that was one of the most important parts of the better tell for the comic books, like in the last 10 years, because the entire goddamn Civil War Marvel in the comic books broke out because of them.
Yeah, it sucks, and they even
Mutants
fucked.
and humans and the heroes and villains and the government in the end went into all-out war.
And it sucks too because they also they just recently screwed over the Eternals.
Ah, come on.
'Cause- no, really, like they kind of screwed them, and
What about the Marvel
Did-
What If? Did you guys see that?
I don't like
Mm,
the animation style.
I haven't seen it.
Did any of you read the Deadpool Kills Marvel Universe?
No,
It's an old. It's actually quite an old comic. I think around a decade, maybe less. It's not the main continuity, but if you have the time or just want to have fun with it, go and get Deadpool Kills Marvel Universe. It has like 3 or 4. It's in 3 or 4 parts, and he quietly goes insane because he was put in the. I'll just give you the beginning. He was put in the mental institute by X-Men to fix him, but in the end, the voices in his head die, and there's just one voice that's saying like "kill everyone," and he goes on a rampage to universes.
yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
All right, I think I'm gonna get going, so I'll
Oh, will
catch
you
you guys
then?
later.
Yeah, we're actually thinking about cutting the stream anyway right now. So
Okay.
yeah.
I
Well,
guess I'll.
before you go, I just want to say it was a pleasure doing this with you guys, and well, as of course, as always, hopefully we're gonna do it next time as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably next week.
despite the shit year we've been having, or despite the couple of shit years we've been having, let's just try to at least end some of them on a high note.
The thing is, I don't see it coming. Honestly, this is probably 2021 has been like the worst year in my life in every possible fathomable way. So yeah, I just, and the thing is, I'm not really excited for 2022. It's probably going to be shit as well. I don't know. I just feel like crap. Honestly,
I remember at the start of this year I was optimistic, and then here I am.
Maybe it might be in the reverse section. You never know. Life's unpredictable.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, but anyways, everyone, happy New Year! All the best.
Yep.
Take care of
Yeah.
yourselves, and we'll see you later.
Indeed.
course.
All right, let's go ahead and end it right here. And may the force be with you always. You know what they say. All right.
Ha-ha.